Uh, man, I missed you guys. I wasn't able to come on last week. Um, had some things go on and whatnot, calendar. I wanted to talk to you guys last week about finances. I wanted to talk to you guys about last week about finances and whatnot. But with the reschedule and financial mindset and having a certain mindset and stocks and stuff like that. I mean, I know you guys have heard of exactly what's going on with GameStop and AMC and Naked and OK, just a bunch of different things that are hitting Wall Street right now for general investors and whatnot. It's a funny story and stuff like that. Just, oh gosh, people and wanting power and money and wanting to control things and different little things like that. But I had planned on talking last week, having a special guest last week to talk with about financial and their journey and stuff like that, but maybe we'll reschedule something else or something like that. But I definitely want to hit on that topic. So this live is just going to be, it's not going to be so led based on a title and whatnot. It's more just going to be me discussing some things that were on my heart and just things that, sharing advice, things that I've been through, still learning about and stuff like that. Just different little things in a scripture that kind of stuck with me the last couple of days. The last day, but that particular chapter really sticking with me and me really trying to go in on it. So let me just pray before I go in on my conversation. Spirit of living God, thank you, Heavenly Father. Just allow your spirit to come into this conversation. Less of me and more of you, Lord Jesus. Just lead and guide us where to go, what to study, what to do in our development paths, giving us discernment as single mothers on this journey path that we have with our children, whether it be one, whether it be five, Lord Jesus. Still, we need your guidance. We just need your guidance through our journey, our step, because we are the sole provider in our family. So, yes, you hear my kids. My kids are funny. So, this discussion, I've been in Psalms a lot. I've really been in Psalms a lot lately. And Psalms is not really my favorite book. Not saying it's my least favorite book or anything like that. I just never have poured into it. I never poured Psalms a lot into me. It's more like Proverbs, maybe in those two books and whatnot. I love Proverbs because it just talks about so much wisdom and strategies and just different intellects. But right now in my life and my journey, I feel like Psalms has been pulling more on me and stuff. And I just love, I could find a lot of things that I currently go through or I have went through in Psalms. I can find a lot in the Bible, but in Psalms particularly, it's been recently where I've been able to find a lot of different things. And so, as I'm talking about this, we're going to be in Psalms. Well, I'm only going to read just a couple of verses, but not right now. But we're really going to be focusing on it because it really stuck out with me. Psalms 55, Psalm 55, verses 9 and 22. The reason why I bring that up is just I've been thinking about a lot lately as being a single mother, just being hard on myself, overly hard on myself, and not knowing when I'm being way too hard, and allowing others to put me in that state too. Because I feel like when I'm being hard on myself, it sends me almost into a state of a momentary depression where I don't feel worth it. I don't feel good enough. Guilt comes across, and I shouldn't. You know, me sitting down and taking a breather when I have to deal with multiple different things, and my 4 kids, me sitting down and just relaxing and just basically doing nothing. I could just be doing nothing. I could just be looking on my social media. I could be watching a movie. I could just be eating, or I could just be doing something nonchalant. When I get up from, sitting in that area for maybe sometimes 30, 40 minutes, and then I gotta go and do things, I feel like I've wasted an hour of my time, where I could have studied harder. I could have done this. I could have done that. I could have done these different things, and then I sit up there and I work hard on myself and say, do better. You gotta do better. You gotta do better. Not knowing the fact of the matter is that I'm right where I need to be and where God wants me to be, and things take time. You can't do, women are big multitaskers. Single moms, not, or whatever. Women, I feel, are big multitaskers. We could do 5 things all at once, but I feel like as a single mom, you're trying to do 5 things at once. You're trying to accomplish 5 things. You're trying to exceed the expectations sometimes of those things all at once, and that puts a lot of pressure. Like right now on my journey in life and everything, I am a person that I like organization. Chaos is not something I do well with. I'm okay with some type of form of chaos, but not where it's just so chaotic, and I can't function in chaoticness. I can't function in in misplaced stuff. I things that have a place. Bookshelves. Books can be laying all over the place. I have to have them in a bookshelf, so I know where to go. My kids' my drawers, I have places for socks, underwear, t-shirts, places for pants. It's like that. They all just can't go into one. It's the shirts over here and pants over here. It feels discombobulated to me. I gotta have winter jackets over here, summer jackets, certain jackets, dresses over here, and then certain types of dresses where they're strings or they long sleeves, whether they have quarters, that's the way I am. So that I know where things are at. I gotta have long sleeves down here, summer shirts with spaghetti straps over there, t-shirts over here. So me, I like organized chaos in a sense. If I'm being honest, I like organized chaos. Sometimes I can't really go off a whim of just like up and picking up and going. I gotta have a plan. I can't just pick up stuff and just go. I gotta have a plan. It has to be thought out. I'm very intellect like that. I like logic, and I like things to be planned out and stuff like that. So lately I've been really structuring myself around my time, around time management, because sometimes I procrastinate on certain things and I leave it in the back burner. That's what I'm saying, being hard on myself, because I don't get breaks. As single moms, you don't get a break. You never get a break. You're always on call. You're like, Call of Duty, if you want to say, but you're on call 24/7. You don't really get a time to breather. If one child is sick, you are staying up with them while also taking care of the other kids as well. And God forbid, man, if you're sick, man, when I'm sick, it's like I'm not sick, to tell you the truth. I am still going. I'm moving a little bit slower, but I'm still going. Nobody can take care of me. No one can sit up here and bring me soup or anything like that, or take care of the kids, take them to school. help them with their homework or get things organized. I have to do that. So I have to muscle through. And I'm not no offense to anybody else, but I'm not a big medicine taker. So I don't like to take a lot of medicine because it makes me feel groggy and it makes me feel like I'm not in control. And people might think that's a control thing. Just that I don't like the way it makes me feel. And I only take medicine if it's absolutely necessary for me to do that. I like to take my natural herbs or, natural things and stuff like that to help promote, the cold. Most of the time when I am sick, I like to sweat it out, which means I work out harder, so I'm sweating it out and everything. So what I'm saying is that going back to time management, I've gotten this new calendar. I don't even have it with me right now. I got this new calendar where it pretty much almost lays out my time from hour to hour. And I'm trying to write down everything I'm doing hour to hour. And it's frustrating me because of the fact that I don't have that luxury of having things fluctuate, things change with children. And if I don't stick to a time, it frustrates me. It makes me feel that I'm not organized, that I'll never be a person that is well organized. I won't be able to take other things if I don't get this organized and whatnot. So what I'm saying in that light is that we need to understand as single moms that we're just not going to be able, because we're taking on such a big load, and I'm talking to myself as well, taking on such a big load that you're not going to be able to have this like some people have, where it's just this crisp of time management. Like everything goes off without a hitch. It's like bam, bam, clockwork, everything's rolling, everything. Now there are some days, there are some days in there where when I've been writing things down and I've been going and things go off without the hitch, and it's just like bam, rolling. I feel like I'm accomplishing so much that day. I feel like I'm doing so much that day. And then when things don't go off without a hitch, and the kids need this or somebody needs that, or everything, and I'm just feeling like I'm losing and whatnot, and I'm not losing. And those are the days that it's really harder for me because then I'm feeling like, okay, Tier, you are falling behind. And what I mean by that is that sometimes I feel as a single mother, just as myself too, included in that. I don't know about some other single mothers, but I know that sometimes you look at other people who are mothers, are single, and you are trying to keep up with them, not keep up with their lifestyle. You're not trying. I'm not saying keep up with their lifestyle, not that part of it, but you're trying to keep up with where they're at in their lives. Meaning, as if they're finishing up school, then okay, then I have to finish up school. If they're doing this, I have to hurry up and get there. And you miss out on so many different gems through your path, through your journey when you do that. When you try to speed through everything. I remember, a couple of years back, I was just like, oh, I just want to hurry up and have a school done and over with. I want to hurry up and get this done so I can hurry up and get in my career and everything. And now I'm coming at the end of my schooling when I'm getting ready to have my bachelor's degree. And I'm like, man, that went by really fast. But by God just slowing me down instead of me trying to speed myself up, God slowing me down and putting me in the balance area, I was able to learn a lot. But also, I was hard on myself a lot because it's like, I can do this. I can get this done, and I have all this. If I could do this and I could do that, that's not necessarily always true. Just because you can handle the certain amount of kids you have at one moment in your life doesn't mean you can juggle them all at the same time and hold on to them all at the same time. I feel like as single mother, we have no choice but to juggle multiple different things. But I feel like I've been trying to touch the things that I juggle in my hands, I've been trying to touch them for too long. I've been trying to keep them in my hand for too long. So if I'm juggling my schoolwork, I'm trying to keep that in my hand longer than I really actually need to, or the time set that I have, which interferes and overflows into my kids. Or then I juggle too much with maybe sitting down and relaxing, having some me time.
Mom, he's not. I can't get the ball. Just have the ball.
Okay, I'll come. Okay, hold on. My kids. Just like this, juggling, doing my lives and my podcasts, and doing this. I can't touch it for very long, and reading here, I can't touch it for very long. And sometimes, for me, I feel that because I'm trying to hold on to everything all at once. Hey, boo. I'm trying to hold on to everything all at once. It makes me frustrated. Then not only does it make me frustrated, it makes me judge myself harder. Like, you need to get this organized better, Tierra. And I'm not giving myself enough credit. It's like, okay, take it for financial purposes. People will say a little bit of gain in finances, a little bit of profit is a win. Whether it's $10, whether it's $5, whether it's $100,000, whether it's $1,000, any little bit of profit is a win. And I think as single mothers, and just I'm talking to myself as well, that any little move you do, any step you do, whether it's a half a step, whether it's a baby step, whether it's a full step, whether it's two big old giant leaps, whether it's several steps, anything that you do in your life is a win. Now, you can't measure that up against other people. You can't measure that up against what other people are doing or what other people want to impose on you to do. And you got to give yourself enough credit to know that, you know what, you are doing the best that you can off of what you have in front of you and off of the knowledge that you also have in front of you. That you are working your hardest. You're not going to be, because I know there's so many different memes going around, and not just right now, but they go around all, since the way back, probably for the first single mother out in the world. But people say, oh, single mothers are my superhero. And if you understand the concept of what a superhero is someone, Superman leap a building, fly, metal, laser eyes and stuff like that, can't be killed, and but his one thing that he has that can harm him is kryptonite. That is the one thing that can harm him is kryptonite and whatnot. And I take in Superman because trying to hold the weight of the world on your shoulders. Not only are you trying to hold your children, but you're trying to hold the words of the weight of what the world is telling you on your shoulders can be quite heavy, and you're not Superwoman. I say to myself and to other moms, single moms, and moms are superheroes.
Mom, where's her way up?
Okay.
I'm going to put it back again. I'm going to put it back.
No. Okay. Watch out for the plug, please. Watch out for the plug. I'm doing something. What are you doing?
I'm getting the ball.
I'm trying to do my live right now. Can I do my live right now?
Sure.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm back. My kids are going to come in and out. My boys are so active now. But anywho, what I'm saying is that I feel that every single parent is a form of a superhero, because you are making so many different choices by yourself. You are juggling so many different things. You're juggling your emotional health. You're juggling your physical health. You're juggling your mental health, your spiritual health, and then you're juggling your children as well. you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or just one child, you're still juggling their emotions as well. And there's nobody to bounce ideas off of and disagree with you and say, oh, I think this is actually better, or to tell you that what you're doing is, you know, a collective, like in your house, is actually the right path to go. So to me, single parents are superheroes, but the complex of how a superhero is supposed to be, that right there, I have a different viewpoint of that, because I don't feel that we can't carry everything. We aren't super strong all day long. We aren't made of steel. I don't have laser eyes. I can't fly. I wish I could. I wish I could clone 3 of myself, or 4 or 5 of myself, to actually match my children, to actually give them, you know, equal amount of time of me, but I cannot. I can't be in a spot, you know, faster than a bullet. I can't be there. I'm gonna be there as fast as my car can take me. You know. So with that, I feel that sometimes when some people say that, they mean that in words, but then show you in a different light. And what I mean by that is that they may say, I've heard people say, oh, you know, you're a superhero and everything like that. And in reality, they treat me like a child. You know, you're not treating Superman like a child. You're not treating Wonder Woman like a child. And as they treat me like a child, that complex of how a child is and trying to put me in a child's place, you are fighting for power. You are fighting for that you can handle this. Just because I am a single mother doesn't mean that, or the choices that I made have landed me in the spot of where I'm at right now, doesn't make me a child, or doesn't make me inadequate in handling things. It's just that I made a choice. That choice was a mistake. Did it affect my life and maybe other people's lives? Yes, it did. But that choice doesn't define me forever. It may turn my life, but I can make another choice to turn my life a different way, in a different route. So, like I said, this live is going to be just me just sharing my thoughts today. On Psalms 55, let me just read Psalm 55, number 9. This one talks about the Lord sustaining you. This is Psalms, David, and whatnot. And I would recommend that you read Psalm 55, the whole entire thing. There's some great, wonderful gems just about people that David's talking about. And, you know, God just covering him and sustaining him. But on number 9 it says, "Destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongues, for I have seen violence and strife in the city." When I read that one, it says, you know, "Destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongues." To me, when it says divide their tongues, that means to me that their tongues are actually in unison. They're in unity. They're in togetherness. So dividing it, meaning as break it up, meaning as they don't understand. I don't understand what you're saying. You don't understand what I'm saying, and so there's no more good communication going on. No more harmony going on. And so, what I mean by that is that trying to live life in this life that we call life, and trying to go about with life, can be difficult when you have too many commentators in it. And when I thought about that, and I thought about that statement when I was thinking about, like, you know, doing this thing called life and trying to have, you know, going about life, it's hard when you have the commentators. And I was like, what is a commentator? I looked it up, and I like to look up words, because then it gives me more of, it defines the statement, and it gives me more insight on the word and what other words are placed around that word. And so a commentator is a person who delivers a live commentary on an event or performance. And when I thought about that, how many people in my lives are literally, it feels like they are going live on the news channel and they are a commentator in my life, highlighting all the bad things all the bad decisions, all the wrong steps I made. You know, I'm not doing enough. I'm doing too less. I'm being lazy. You know, I need this. I need that. You need to do this. You need to do more. You can't do this. You can't do that. And you know, just so much commentary of broadcasting my mess, my life to the world, or you know, to certain people, not even maybe to the world, but to certain people or whatnot, or they're replaying my life back to me as if I don't know. It's my life. I know what's going on in my life. Like, you telling me is not going to make me actually know it. I already know. You know, and then I thought about the fact that who is one of the biggest commentators in my life, and it's most likely me. I'm the biggest it's like you have that person sitting on the side just literally replaying, and then it starts as that person's live on Channel 5, live at 5 on Channel 5, you know, being an anchor or being a newscaster of your life. They start coming into harmony with what is the devil is saying into your life, and then feeding all that negativity into your life, and bringing up your past, and bringing up what you can't do, and your worth, and you know, nobody loves you, and just so many different other things. And so as I thought about that, I was like, that is the one of the biggest reasons why I can be really hard on myself, is because I'm allowing the newscaster or the anchor woman inside of me to broadcast my failures, as I would look at them as failures, right in front of me, even though I know what they are. And in that, I thought about, you know, as a mom, as a single mom, you have so much stress and so much pressure, and I feel like sometimes, you know, you just wanna cry, and you wanna cry out loud, you wanna scream out loud, but it's like showing that side of yourself of screaming out loud or crying, or you know, punching a couple of bags, or whatever, however you want to show that frustration, that emotion out. It's like when you do that in front of people, they're like, oh, you're overwhelmed and you're failing. I say this: yes, you're overwhelmed, but you're not failing. The reason why I say you're not failing and yes, you're overwhelmed is because you're letting that pressure out, just like when we make coffee or tea, especially tea. We make tea, and when it's ready, that steam bursts out to let you know, in the teapot, that steam bursts out to let you know, to release that pressure. The pot is not failing the water. It's releasing the pressure of the boiling point so that it won't burn or it won't overflow. And it won't overflow outside the pot. It's releasing the pressure, but that pot is not failing. So what I'm saying to single moms is releasing that pressure, releasing it. Scream if you got to. Take a drive, and don't, you know, take a drive when your kids are daycare or your kids are at school. Just take a drive and yell as hard as you can. Or when you're in the bath, or you know, are you bumping your music so loud? I know sometimes my kids, for me, they see me singing a song so hard, they're like, man, you really into it. And I'm not necessarily I am into the song, but I am releasing pressure as well. I'm releasing pressure so that I won't bubble over, you know? And so, because yes, I am overwhelmed, but I'm not failing. I'm winning because I'm allowing that pressure to release, and calm down so that I can be a better me and be a better mom to my children off my own capability. Hey, stop it. What's
Mom, James got the ball. He's not putting a ball in the room.
You talking about my yoga ball?
No, yeah.
Yes, I'm talking about my yoga ball. You talking about my yoga ball? Can I do my live, please? This is getting me.
It's a ball. A ball James has.
It's my yoga ball. Okay, hold on. Okay, here I come. Okay. So, moving right along. So what I'm saying is that I want you to know as a single mother is that when you release that pressure or you go, that pressure can look in the form of counseling as well. Releasing that pressure off someone else, driving towards a resource to help you facilitate your mental health and your physical and emotional health. Whether it be, sometimes I love to work out. Working out for me is relieving pressure as well. For me, working out allows me time to stop it, you guys. No, get away from there, please. Get away from there. Go out. Go in there. Thank you. Watch out for the plug. Working out for me helps me process information that might be too heavy for me to sit down and think about. So as I'm working out, I'm releasing pressure. I'm releasing pressure, which is releasing emotions, so that I can carry the new information. I'm releasing old information so that I can carry new information so that I can process it in a more healthy way. And working out does that for me. And I would recommend, as a single mother, you find an outlet, a healthy outlet, to release pressure. So the devil cannot sit up here and use people's tongues and your own tongue to come into harmony and into agreement with negativity into you. So it makes you feel that you're not good enough. And then you seep into this dark place, you seep into the sea of depression, and you're sitting there, and that's where he wants you to be. Because if he binds the strong man, you are the strong woman of your house. You're the only woman, only person keeping the devil at bay from entering your house. So he has to bind you up first before he can actually get to your children and whatnot. So I recommend that instead of beating yourself up about stuff, it was going to happen. Now what are you going to do with it? Are you going to handle it in an unhealthy way, or are you going to handle it in a healthy way? And what I mean by that is that you couldn't stop that situation from happening. But what you can do is how you process it and how you deal with it. And you can't, please don't come in here. Please don't come in here. I'm not playing. Please do not come in here. Stop it. Close the door. Man, this is gonna be like the most hyped live ever, where my kids just come in and out, in and out, in and out. Especially my two youngest ones. That's what it is. My two youngest ones. But what I was saying is that finding an outlet so that you can release that pressure, because you're carrying a load by yourself, and you're doing a wonderful job. Your kids are, dressed, they're fed, they're going to school. You may be going to school, you're probably working 2 jobs, maybe working 1 job that's full time. You have to get home, you have to do this, you want your kids to be successful, but you also have to find an outlet, and a healthy outlet, to be able to process information in a healthy way, whether that be through counseling, whether that be through working out, whether that be through you screaming in your bedroom or in your car while you're driving to release that pressure. that is built up. Because I feel like as a single mother, you're going to have more pressure build up on you faster than a 2-parent household, because you're taking on everything. So it's going to build up faster than a 2-parent household, and you don't want to try to keep holding it in. You want to release it a little bit at a time, so that pressure can, relax down the boiling water and whatnot. So with that being said, I know sometimes, like, as a single mom, I feel guilty about not working hard enough. I'm not doing enough. No, you're doing enough. You are doing enough. You are doing enough. I feel like you may feel, or I may talk to myself, I'm trying to do enough. I'm trying to do enough to reflect the validation off of someone else so that it can hit me. So I'm trying to be validated actually by myself. So even though I'm sitting here talking to someone and I'm telling them I'm doing this and I'm doing that, I'm actually trying to shoot that word from them back to me. And actually, I'm not really trying to be validated by them. I'm actually trying to be validated by myself. And you don't need the validation, because you are doing wonderful. You are doing great, as much as you can do as one person. So yes, you sit up there and you take 2 hours just to kind of kick it and not do anything. So yes, you sit up here and lay in the bed 2 hours or all day, and you only get out just to, just to get your kids food and then lay back down and whatnot. You're not doing it every day. It's different between doing that every day on a constant basis versus doing it here and there to wind your body down. I know for me, sometimes I will work. People who know me know I'll go. And my body will shut down on me. I won't even be able to do anything. My body will just shut down on me. It'll just shut down, like, okay, that's enough. I can't take anymore. I can't do it, Tiara. I'm just gonna shut you down. And it totally throws off everything, because my body has automatically shut down on me that I can't push past it. It has to recharge. So what I've learned, instead of having my body shut down on me just in the middle of a marathon, I've learned how to control the shutdowns, meaning as I shut myself down at little increment time, so I don't have a 2-day shutdown. I shut myself down a little bit increment at time, so I'm not having these shutdowns and whatnot. Because it can, when your body's overworked, it's overworked. And like I said, as a single parent, I feel that you're going to get overworked quicker than a parent with 2 households. You're going to get overworked quicker. And so also, trying to come to the acceptance that the family that the world told you, the family construction of what a family looks like, what the world has told you what a family is supposed to look like, you accepting that the family you have is the family you have, and you being okay with that, and not trying to fix it so that it looks like everybody else's, because even everybody else's family don't look like everybody else's. But it's the picture that social media and that the world wants to project, that everybody has this certain type of family. And through us, we look at it, if you've been over family members' houses, you've been at friends' houses, strangers' houses, if you really think about it, you look at it and give and take observation of you being around all these people, no one house looks like another. It's all different. So you accepting the fact that your way your family look is great, it's awesome, it's okay. It doesn't have to look like, Pleasantville, Leave It to Beaver. You know, some of the movies that I grew up with way back in the ways. I don't know, that was before me, but reruns basically of how a family is supposed to look. So coming to acceptance of that, my family is not going to look like what it is on TV, and I'm okay with that. And I don't have to fix that. Trying to fix it so that your children won't feel left out or feel the odd man out. Oh, you're from a single parent household and everything. You know, is there a struggle? Where's your dad? Does he do this? Is he in jail? All those different type of questions that you think of, that your kids are going to be asked, at school, or your kids, the teachers, the unfortunate thing, some teachers sit up there and say to kids, well, I understand the reason why they're going through this because they're coming from a single parent household. Like, I expect them to go through this. And it's like, yes, it's hard and things are hard and whatnot, but it's not like single moms cannot produce a president, can't produce an award-winning Nobel Peace Prize, or a scientist, or a famous basketball player, football player, track star. They can't come from single mom households. So you think about all different statistics people are trying to line your children up with, and they're already trying to place them in prison, or they're already trying to place them in the gang, or they're already trying to place them as behavioral children. They're already trying to, so you got, you're trying to fix everything. So, because we're mothers, we don't want our kids to feel like that. You want them to have equal opportunity. You want them to feel loved. You want them to be at peace. You want them to have fun, enjoy their childhood. You don't want them to walk on campus and have all these questions come at them from here and there. And you want to be a mama bear. You want to shield them from everything. You want to protect them and whatnot. Working so hard to fix the ideal of what a cookie cut family looks like. And your cookie cut family is actually not a cookie cut family. It's actually not what a family looks like. So acceptance of how your family looks is beautiful. Even though it only has one parent household in it, it's beautiful, it's wonderful. Yes, there's struggles just like any family home dynamic has, and not trying to fix it and trying to place someone in there that won't fit. You're trying to force a piece inside your family that won't fit. Instead, and I said this a long time ago, instead of waiting on God, date yourself. And I'll say it again, date yourself. Enjoy being alone. Is it fun being alone? When your kids go to their dad's house and everything, you miss them and you feel the loneliness and everything. No, it's not fun at all. And you want to go out, you want to party, you want to, Valentine's Day is coming up and everything, and you want to have those roses and, gifts, or Christmas and everything like that. But I rather have the right person in my life rather than a cookie cutter that is actually something that's not supposed to be in my life whatsoever. I'd rather have something real rather than something fraudulent. A fraud in my life. A fraud is something that pretends to be something that it is not. You deserve something authentic, and so do your children. You don't deserve fraudulence. That's mayhem. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey sandwich, gobble gobble. None of that. So I thought about, like I said, this live is just basically my thoughts on a lot of different little subjects today. A lot more of, feeling guilty, encouragement of being okay with where you are, and that even though you're not where you want to be, where you're at the time frame you're at, is okay. And being aware that even though as women we are multitaskers, And even as a single mom, you have no day off. You have no days off whatsoever. And you're juggling. Oh my gosh, I don't know, in a day, I'm probably juggling 10 to 15 things in a day. I'm juggling things. But learning the fact that I cannot hold every ball or every item that I need to touch. I need to just touch it for a second. I need to touch it for a second. And if I need to lay that down to the side as I'm juggling other things, lay it down to the side and pick it back up and put it into the rotation, that's okay. That is okay. Yes, time you can never get back. But I rather have the time that I have with my family and in this world. I rather it be spent not trying to race against time, but being aware of where I'm at and actually producing in wisdom and knowledge and actually enjoying the time instead of trying to race against it and missing out on so much. So that was another thing that I thought about. Just wrote down a bunch of stuff that I was thinking about, on different little topics and stuff like that. But I'm going to move my lives to Saturday, and it's gonna be 2:30. It's the best time for me right now for my life. Like I said, I had it where I had Friday, but I had to put I had to put the live down, and I had to rearrange some things, and I had to pick it back up and put it on a Saturday. So I'm going to be doing on Saturdays from now on until the Lord sees fit. And I'm going to be probably during the middle of the week, probably doing different things, whether like I hope you caught my live this Thursday when I was in the kitchen with Chef Raven of Good Eats catering company. Awesome food. I hope you caught my food that I made, and I made that. That food was so delicious. I mean, the greens and the arugula with the vinegar and her spices. Sorry, not her spices, but her herbs and seasoning. It was just, I loved it. I made some of that last night. The arugula with the baby spinach and had oil and vinegar and with her seasoning. I kind of had that with tomatoes, and it was really good. That was a healthy little snack and whatnot. So I'm gonna be doing some of that a part of my lives, and I won't be doing it every week and whatnot. But I definitely will be trying to do different little contents inside my lives and whatnot, and not always be heavy, and just sometimes be fun and goofy. And you might see my kids on here again, or you might see my son, maybe my daughter, if she actually get in on here. But I enjoy our talks and whatnot. Some people respond back, and and then I give them my input and advice on it. I might end up doing another credit one, because that one I've been getting a lot of questions about that, how my credit is going now and whatnot. So I might do another one, two-parter, because and it's going to be just my advice. I'm not a financial advisor or credit advisor at all. It's just things that I've been doing to help my credit score to go up and whatnot, just to better my future and my kids' future as well. I'm taking in information, and I'm fitting information to fit me, and I'm a person, I don't like doing exactly what other people do, because I've learned early that doing exactly what the other people do or telling me to do never really fits with me. So I can take it and try to mold it to me. And if it doesn't mold to me, then unfortunately I can't use it. But if it does mold to me and I have my own style to it, then I take it. So I come up with my own financial kind of plan, and I love different little financial tips, Dave Ramsey stuff and everything like that. But I really have to do what is best for me and my family and my walk, because I feel like a lot of different financial advisors and finance managers or whatever the budgeting and stuff like that doesn't really fit towards a single mom's lifestyle, because every single mom house is different. But I don't know about that. I feel like they should at least have at least a couple of forms or 2 forms out there already, kind of fitted for single moms and whatnot. So hopefully I'll come back with that and kind of tell you my journey with that, because I've actually been doing some great little turns with that, and I've been really learning how to budget my money so much better than I was a long time ago and whatnot. So that content is probably going to come in. I might bring somebody in with me. I'm not really sure about that. But like I said, I enjoy our talks and whatnot. And I hope today what you learned today is that it's okay to be overwhelmed. It is okay to be overwhelmed. It's okay to cry. It's okay to have a breakdown and just cry everything out. It doesn't mean you're weak, and it doesn't mean you're a failure. You're releasing the pressure. You're releasing the pressure so that you can untake more stuff. Because as a single mother, things keep coming and things are going to keep piling on. But if you do not release that pressure in some form, you're going to find yourself just drowning and stuff. And just because you cry and you scream, or you kind of release, and sometimes you just lay in the bed and everything like that, is fine. But just don't stay there. Don't stay there. Don't stay there. If you gotta walk really slow on your journey, you're still moving. You may not get there the way this girl over here may get there. Get there on your time frame, because God sees you just as much as He sees that other girl there. Live your life with less commentators in it. If you're going to have commentators in your life, have positive ones and ones with wisdom and knowledge, and ones that have been vetted through God. But live your life with less commentators and spectators in it. Because as a single mother, for me, I feel that there are a lot more spectators and commentators in my life versus a 2-parent household, because I know they mean well, but they try to put you in a child space when you are a grown person, and you may not need that from them. You just may need support, just a body just to sit there and hear you cry, and that's about it. So thank you. I hope you guys have a blessed day. I hope it's filled with love, and I hope that you live life with less commentators, less spectators. You live your life according to the way God wants to mold it, the way God wants to do it, and not allow people to be the ones who want to dictate the way your life and the way your children's life should go.